GameCube anywhere near the top of best consoles of all time? I never said that GameCube was better than PS2. I said that GameCube was a better system than the 64. You're crazy.
Oh, there you are. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Seniors Belgo. Like Derek Jeter is famous for sleeping with a ton of women that he meets, and then they wake up and he sends them off in the morning. He gives them a gift basket.
Nuh-uh. I thought A-Rod did that. I didn't know Jeter did that.
It's Jeter that does it. But he hooked up with this girl and was like, all right, I had a great time. Here's a basket. And she says, what do you mean? You gave me a basket last time.
I've always hated Jeter, but the guy is a winner, man.
Yeah, him and Tom Brady. Oh, I have it all. Super Bowl winning quarterback 3 times.
Fuck
been
yeah.
5 of them. I'm a millionaire. I'm married to a supermodel. She
Yep.
makes twice as much money as me. I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I'm still handsome as fucking hell. I probably have a huge dick to bum
true.
out my supermodel wife
Right.
that makes $40 million a year.
Think-
6th round pick in the NFL draft.
The fuck did I do wrong, Tommy? You blamed Quaid! You blamed him on Mars! Are you crazy? I don't even know anything about Mars!
He'll like lay down and he cuts out, and then losing his shit. It's like, that could be where his, like...
There's one guy in it who I referenced in an earlier episode of the show.
Oh, this guy.
My wife's ass. You want to know what color my wife's ass is?
My wife's ass.
And this guy is just the greatest actor in the world for any part where you need a Brooklyn plumber guy to be like misogynistic and be like, you stupid bitch.
Cuts out and then, oh no, what the fuck? What's going on?
So I got back to New York on the fucking Chinatown bus Saturday morning. Sunday night, I had this reading at Mellow Pages. It's with these dudes from Denim Skin magazine.
We came to the room where Degas was inventing the confidential girls of our modern age. Girls had never been orange before his, with the ibises perched on their shoulders, burning into the sunset like blush. Degas' brushes sang, "Dance across the practice rooms, you afternoon ladies, to the twinkling ghost of the player piano. Dance, taunting in wilted tutus, you spirits, hair strapped in obedient buns, deadly eyes locked on Polaroid cameras. Degas, eavesdropping on white skin, a bare shoulder, a toe lifting a body into air. Degas' brushes sang, dance against the intentions of boys, you orange ladies. You are powder blasts of skin dissolving into the air, hiding all around us in rows of scissored legs. Degas' brushes sang, women are life, and birth rebellion.
So as I'm walking out of Mellow Pages after the reading, I hear this music coming from across the hall. I walk in, and lo and behold, there's Degas' Afternoon Ladies performing some bizarre performance arts piece. I just have to say this, and I do not mean this in a sexist, masculine, patriarchal, heteronormative way, but I have to say this. I've never been in a room that smelled more like vagina than that room. I mean, it did. And to be fair, that room, this play they were doing for like 90 days, like 8 hours a day or something. This room is full of women dancing, mutilating themselves, singing, you know, avant-garde music for like 8-hour stretches of time. They're working hard in there. They're sweating. They're sweating. A couple nights after that, my friend Haas came over. He is Mongolian. He's one of the most talented, fucking elegant people I've ever met. He's like Jackie Chan or something. He is a brilliant physical comedian. He danced his way from Mongolia across Europe to New York City. Didn't even fucking speak English. And now he wants to be a shaman. So we talked about being shaman, and he just held forth, man.
Again, I think it's a great shift to privatize. How do you say it? To become a more individualized powers.
Right.
Runs all this different power and groups and money and everything.
Right.
Okay, so I literally was just on a Tinder date with this girl who was like used to be a stripper. She didn't say that in her fucking Tinder profile, man. We made out a little bit, and I've got fucking lipstick all over my face now, which I did not realize. And so I'm riding home on the G train, and it was going the wrong direction for some reason. It was going north on the southbound tracks. So as I'm getting out to go on the other side, this like Indian girl approaches me and starts asking me questions about the train. She was obviously like helpless. She's a translator of French literature, beautiful. We end up having a conversation the whole rest of the way, and I come home, I look in the mirror here in my mud room, and I see I've got lipstick all over my face, like I'm fucking A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon, or whatever that goddamn movie is. So hopefully, tomorrow night, I'm going to try to get her to go see this band with me. She seemed really cool. I'm excited to meet her.
This is kind of a sad little postscript, but I have since texted that girl like 3 times. She hasn't responded. Then, the following Friday night, I had that reading at Dorian Gray in the East Village, and I ended up hanging out with a couple of the dudes from Denim Skin. We had a fucking old-fashioned kind of beatnik night.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. But she's got double D boobs, apparently.
Who said that? How did you know that?
One of those girls walked by and said she's got double D boobs.
This is my love song to the New York stars, the Brooklyn rooftops, getting a blowjob in the summertime. Some bands over from England, man, they're at the party, they're over it, they're on tour, they're on MTVU. Their song on Spotify's got over 2 million plays. It's a freak. It's about a river or something. It sucks, of course, but they're British and they're fucking artists and shit. So all the chicks want to fuck them. So you go out on the fire escape and you're by yourself, and a chick up there on the roof and sees down, so she comes down. You have a great conversation. She hates the band too. And now you're making music together. She plays the drums in your band. She's not very good, but she's your girlfriend. So, you know, you let her fucking play them. And she's pretty hot, so people come and see your band. Nobody wants to see a bunch of dudes with no hot chicks. And your songs are pretty mediocre, but she loves you anyway. How'd that happen? How could any woman love a man who writes such shitty fucking songs?
Tinder is an addiction, man. It is the new way. It's the new love. Tinder has taken over love, man. There's not going to be any love. There's just going to be swiping, and you're never going to fucking stop. It makes the process as numb and not chancy as possible. You know, like, you're still technically going through the pipeline of, like, dating, but, like, you're just trying to make it through that tunnel with just, like, as little shame and humiliation and, like, risking yourself as possible until you dive and make it in and consummate it, and then you can sort of, like, be yourself. You know, Tinder is not gonna go away. It's the way things are now. People are afraid to talk to each other in public. Guys especially just feel so defeated and just so crippled inside. You know, most of my friends are brilliant, hilarious, good-looking, nice, hardworking, and women want absolutely nothing to do with any of them, and they're completely ineffectual and unsuccessful with any kind of, like, creative vision they were trying to bring forth, you know? Like, there's no confidence. You know, these guys' confidence has been fucking destroyed. Shit. I got a Tinder girl I got a text right now, sorry.
Let me sing to you. I can be John Mayer or Drake for you.
So this was a thing where I was on the train and these girls, you know, just like Brooklyn girls, started, like, you know, doing gymnastics and shit. And I sort of recorded a little bit, then I stopped recording, and immediately as I stopped recording, this girl's shirt went over her head and her tits flew out. Immediately as I stopped recording.
I just wanna have a normal conversation with a sophisticated, elegant woman, but it never really seems to happen. Can you tell me why?
Texting and Tinder is very epistolary. That's what's so interesting about, like, Twitter and texting, is it's really revived this sort of, like, or maybe even born this sort of, like, micro-literary form. Like, everybody sort of gets to use their playwright's voice, you know, like, you know, their Groucho button. It's poetry, man. Like, seeing all these girls and their voices and how they use capital letters and how they use punctuation and you know, how many exclamation points they use. Do they use emoticons, you know? How do they spell yes? Did they say ya, Y-A? Did they say Y-E-A? Did they say Y-E-A-H? Did they say ha-ha? Did they say L-O-L? Do they say L-M-F-A-O? For better or for worse, these are decisions we have to fucking make about ourselves now. You know, like, you have to decide, like, how texty you're gonna be.
Brooklyn girls, do you still wear pajamas or nightgowns? I said, do you still wear pajamas or is it rock and roll t-shirts?
It's weird to think I'm in the same dating pool now as Taylor Swift. Like, okay, here's why I moved here. I was working at this restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. It was winter, and I just went into, like, this deep depression about how I wasn't doing anything in my life. I think I was 24 years old. I was a wedding DJ, and it was the worst job because I just could not connect with these people at all. I was doing all these weddings at VFW halls and shit for, like, dudes that were going off to Iraq. Like, they were getting married and then going off to Iraq. But anyway, at one of these weddings at this VFW hall, this little girl wanted to sing this song by Taylor Swift, who I had no idea who she was. And this little girl comes up and sings all the fucking words. I give her the little microphone. I announce it and shit. She comes up, she sings all the words to, I Think You Belong to Me. I think that was the song she did. It may have been Love Story. I don't remember. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with Taylor Swift at this point. So I Googled her, and she's fucking gorgeous, and, like, I started to see all these connections between our lives and shit. Like, she liked Jackson Pollock paintings, and I had a Jackson Pollock painting on my wall. So I, like, started to, you know, really become interested in Taylor Swift and thinking about, like, oh my god, I've got to get famous so I can get Taylor Swift to marry me. Thinking like a fucking 7th grade girl, you know, with a Justin Timberlake, Jonathan Taylor Thomas fucking collage on her wall. And I was going out with this girl who was tall and blonde and was like a poet. I think she was pissed that I was related to Taylor Swift because she said something once about how she wished she was Taylor Swift. Oh, shit. So I moved to New York, lived here for 4 years, and, you know, never once had anything to do with Taylor Swift. And I get back from vacation last week, and she's got this fucking song out. She's hanging out with Lena Dunham. She's hanging out on stoops in the West Village. Taylor, what I'm saying, we should go to the West Village and walk around. I mean, maybe we'll hit it off. You should go out with a guy that's not a fucking Kennedy or rich or famous or any motivated or anything like that. So, anyway, yeah, Taylor Swift's the reason why I moved into New York City. It sucks now. New York City sucks, dude. Taylor Swift wrote this song about it. It's shitty now. It's over.
is what makes it so affecting. That the first time and the last time you scream in that piece, Poetry Girl, exactly the same.
Oh my god.
Andrew is Caitlin's co-architect of their theater company. He was telling us about how he has been going around getting baptized in different religions.
Hawaiian Protestant.
Hawaiian Protestant. And she also knows that I'm very
Episcopalian.
That's me.
Really?
I'm Episcopalian.
Episcopalians are fucking rad.
Because basically it's like, I want the ritual of the Catholic Church, the importance, but I don't really want to do anything. But I want to be waspy.
My friend's Episcopalian church up in upstate in Webster. A tranny on the choir.
I tell you,
At one point, two of the actors, these gorgeous, young, talented people, are sitting on the stool, making out and just, like, talking to each other in just, like, the most romantic way. And I was just like, man, this is fucking Romeo and Juliet right here. This is as good as Romeo and Juliet will ever get. Then I come upstairs later to go to sleep before everybody else, and I have to go to the bathroom, and I really didn't want to come out of my room, but I had to go so bad. So I go downstairs, and I make it about halfway down the stairs, and I see in the bathroom, the door's open, the shower is on. The two actors are bare-ass naked in the fucking shower, like making out or whatever. So I'm like, you know, I probably shouldn't go in and use that bathroom. So I ended up peeing out my window. Which I have never done. Did not want to do it, but I wasn't going to walk 4 flights down.
I don't know if he gets away with it. I think that the way the book works is by this kind of the risk that he won't get away with it, because he describes everything. Yeah, he describes everything as if it were of equal value. Like he takes the same kind of excitement in a pair of new warm-up pants when he's a kid. He describes it with the same intensity as he describes like the face of his dead father. So I think part of the drama of the book is trying to figure out if he's capable of making distinctions, which is kind of a way of saying not knowing if you can really make a work of art. That's what makes the book kind of exciting and addictive.
He is far more concerned with awards and glory and attention and other things that people usually say to observe the structure and realize it looks like a sideways slave ship. They don't know about Jim Crow laws or Malcolm X.
Thumping out sea shanties while rival teachers toil the hours. You'd be better off examining.
Yeah, I mostly draw biographical stories, and they're mostly very short, precise comics about little moments and things.
Sincèrement, je crois que je sers mieux à cause de l'humanité en paraissant qu'en travaillant. C'est vrai. Il faut avoir le courage de ne pas travailler.
He's been given extra time, an extra life in fact, and now he will use it to pay back what he's taken.
So the day after the Brooklyn Book Festival, I go to, there's supposed to be this protest on Wall Street, right? And it's supposed to happen, I think, I got on a website and it was like, you know, show up at 9 to begin, and then at noon we'll be there, you know, we're going to Wall Street at noon for our sit-in or whatever. So I show up at 3 o'clock, and it's over. Like, literally everybody's gone. Like, there's guardrails up, there's barricades up, there's cops everywhere. There's no protesters whatsoever to speak of. So I walk around, I'm just like, well, fuck it, I might as well, you know, do my weird, like, gloomy 9/11 memory walk that I do from time to time. Because I've spent an odd amount of time in Lower Manhattan. I was near Ground Zero when the 10th anniversary of 9/11 happened. That's where Zuccotti Park was. That's something that, like, almost nobody mentions, but Zuccotti Park was, like, across the fucking street from where the World Trade Center used to be. Where the big fucking ditch is now, where the World Trade Center isn't. Lower Manhattan has this weird, I mean, it's a war zone. And, like, there's these old, ancient graveyards. There's barbed wire up, and there's these military kind of barricades. And the whole idea that there's, like, this 9/11 memorial, like, this tourist fucking site, you know, to go down there and, like, you know, take your picture where the fucking World Trade Center used to be. It's just so grotesque to me. I remember before the 9/11 memorial site opened, they had the 9/11 Memorial Preview gift shop where you could fucking go in and it was like a little museum to 9/11, sort of before they opened the memorial proper. You know, the whole thing about 9/11 is there's this attitude to, like, we'll never forget, we should never forget. I think we should forget. Let's forget it. Let's move on, you know? The idea that we want to perpetuate this memory is exactly the whole point of the event. You know, they wanted it to infiltrate our consciousness like shrapnel. And they want it to grow. They don't want it to heal. They don't want us to forget. We should forget about it. You know, it was awful. It's the one day that probably marked all of our lives. It was the beginning of our sort of neo-feudalism and technocratic military fucking extravaganza that we live in now. And the fucking thing that they're putting up in the World Trade Center site looks like this weird, like, the rib cage of some kind of, like, cybernetic, armored, millipede war machine or something. Just a quick addendum to this piece, in the true spirit of coincidence and sinister occult meanings hidden in our everyday lives, the file number of the movie of the weird demonic satanic flying sandworm thing being built on the World Trade Center site, the image number is 666 in my Final Cut program. So you take that for what it's worth. I'll leave that up to you to decide what that means.
What else do people have to come on, you know?
Yeah.
Other than, what is ISIS? Dude, it's so scary. I've kind of been on a Satan thing.
Yeah, I concede.
And as I say, I've been on a certain kind of thing. It's flames. I find myself, you know, walking through.
Color.
Murals.
So I, like, started, I got on a website and it was like, you know. My favorite thing about being a human being is the 69 position. It's just a wonderful, whenever I find myself in the 69 position, I'm happy to be there. I should have a bumper sticker that says I'd rather be 69ing because it would always be true. It would always be accurate. I could wear that bumper sticker anywhere. I could be having sex with that bumper sticker on my back, and it says I'd rather be 69. It could be true. Any situation. Heaven is just a big 69 position. No other species 69s. It's what separates man from the animals. They just don't fit together like we do. You know, human beings, our bodies were designed to 69. Everything in life should operate according to the 69 principle. I mean, it just makes sense. It's mutual satisfaction. It's a perfect symbiotic, utopian relationship, you know? It's like an Ouroboros, except you're not eating yourself, you know? You're eating another snake or whatever. I'm not sure where you're 69ing. It's like two snakes 69ing with each other. It's a perfect meritocracy. You know, everybody gets what they want. Ideally, it's a perfect balance of the energies of life. I mean, man, woman, penis, vagina, head, feet, yin yang. It's a yin yang. You know, that's what a yin yang is. If you look at that, that's not about energy. It's a 69 position, dude. It's a 6 and a 9. Yin yang 69.